Hello. Let's talk about leadership routines. What I mean is, every leader will have a few routines. He will create a few routines with which he or she will be trying to create an impact within the organizations. This person may do it consciously or unconsciously, but there will be some routines that he or she will be trying to introduce. Let me give you an example of an operations head who joined a company which was struggling to grow. Now, this person started some routines for himself. He started going to vendors and meeting them, trying to understand their problems. He started meetings with the sales and marketing department to take their feedback about the actual problems on the ground. He started meetings with his own team members and then started reviewing them in a structured manner. Now, with all these routines, he created a great impact in the organization, and slowly he converted all of them into standard operating procedures so that it can be done regularly. Now, this is the concept that I'm talking about. The concept is that every leader should practice the routines in a very deliberate manner. He or she should look at what are the routines that they are following, and then make sure that these are good routines. If there are some routines which are not gelling with the team, take them out. To give an example, one leader was conducting meetings very late in the evening. So, after a feedback from his team, he simply discontinued that practice. So, try to weed out the practices which are not gelling with your team, bring in the practices which can improve their efficiencies, make sure that you personally spend your time in a most productive manner. Now, what's the difference between the systems and processes and the leadership routines that I'm talking about? Systems and processes are perhaps the bigger element. Leadership routines are a part of that. What I'm talking about is the practices that you are following as a leader personally within these systems and processes. That's what I'm calling them as leadership routines. List them out, make sure you know what you're. Now, let me give you a case study about a person, about a leader who was creating these leadership routines in a very deliberate manner. As soon as he joined the company, he saw that quality is a problem for that company. Then he created problem solving teams of engineers. And then he started reviewing them personally. That is his personal contribution. Number two, he started training these teams on his own. He was training them personally. This is another contribution from the leader himself. Number three, he also started introducing business reviews for all his team members. Now, he was having a huge team. These business reviews that he was personally doing created a great impact. Then, third element, he started creating cross functional teams in collaboration with other functions. And then he requested the other leaders to participate in the reviews of these cross functional teams. This way, this leader has created a personal impact. He has created business processes and systems also, but within that, he has created his own role very clearly. And then these became the leadership routines for this person, which were very, very successful. So, let's look at a simple format that I would recommend that all of you use when you are talking about these leadership routines. In this format, as you can see, you can list down the leadership routines that you're doing, and then you also write what impact you think it is creating. This is very important because you need to understand the impact. As earlier said, some of the leadership routines that you may be following may be creating some negative impact. If it is so, walk back from that, recognize that. Fine. The summary is that we are saying leaders need to recognize the routines that they are following, the routines that they need to introduce to create the culture that they are looking for. Once a leader creates his routines, he has to make sure that they sustain and then they become part of the bigger systems and processes. And always, leader has to look at improving his role within the systems and processes. So he may not have the same routines forever. Over a period of time, the routines of a leader can keep changing and keep improving. Thank you.